Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to All the Mods Tend to the Sky. And man, have we got big things planned today, because I learned some things. I was just chilling here, letting the cobblestone build up, just so we had a nice big batch of cobblestone. And I was reading through some of the quest lines in starting out here, and I see that our next thing that we have to kind of aim for is crushing, with more efficiency. And I know I had a whole long chat last time about efficiency and how much I like it, and I see that we actually kind of went around it last time, because I think I'm under the impression that this is really expensive, but it's not. Now that we have 5 million cobblestone, thanks to that miraculous invention over there. So I actually don't know how this works fully, but we're gonna, here we got all 9. There we go, straight to this, the compressed stone Hammah. Now I know this can't, this is not gonna do anything to this block. I think if I mine this, it's just gonna, it's just gonna have cobblestone. But I think if we take like a full stack of these and kind of just use the K function there to make as many compressed versions as we can, I think this, and this is crazy. I only realized that we could have been doing this the whole time already, because it's really not that expensive to make that compressed Hammah. It's not like it costs any iron or anything, but I have no idea why I thought that this was a bit out of reach, because when I was thinking back to it, I absolutely was like, oh my god, look at that. Oh, that is so much quicker. This just crafts down to okay. All right, we are about to get resources. I was looking at it, and I genuinely, I don't know why I thought this would have been so much more expensive than it actually was. But oh my, wow, look at this. We're gonna get all the things. I definitely want to make this sieve system a bit bigger as well. Oof, already running out of inventory space, so we're not picking stuff up. I definitely want to make this a bit bigger as well. Let me just sleep before we get ambushed. I have so much like PTSD from me trying to do my intro on the last video, and it just being an absolute shit show and just not working out at all. Oh my goodness, look at all that. We're definitely gonna need some more storage, so let's focus on that. Actually, let's have a oop, that's not what I wanted to do. Like that, there we go. And let's kind of get a little bit of sorting going. Let's get all these like ore pieces in one place. Can we fit what we can do on all of them? Okay. All right. So that's all our ore pieces. Seems like we've got a lot more other stuff than we do ore pieces. But that's fine. I'm sure all of this stuff will come in and have a use at some point. Okay, let's just finish this last one and sort all of this, and then I think we can start working on some expansion. Let's just hang on to that. Okay, I'll just put all the gravel in here, I think. Just for now. Grab that. And I know I kind of made this platform for this purpose. But oh, that looks wonky. That looks wonky. That does not look good. It's gonna be 5 by 5, right? Yes, that looks great. Let's see. Okay, let's convert some of this back out and just get ourselves a whole bunch more slabs. And just kind of do this. I know a time will come for us to really make this our living situation a little bit better. But that time is not now, because apart from the cobblestone, we actually don't have too much of other stuff. I'm gonna put this underneath because I can't have that floating like that. That's gonna annoy me. Let's get that done like that. Oh, we had almost perfect amount. We over budgeted, I think. That looks so horrible, but it will work. It will work, I think. That's gonna work. Okay, so let's just, if I remember how to make these, it is just a lot of wood. So let's go ahead and grab a bunch extra of that. And then, was it just this or no? I don't know how memory works. So let's just go ahead and, there was a slab involved. All right, let's get a bunch of those. And I don't know, heck, I mean, 9 is definitely not enough, but we're not gonna overdo it, I think, just yet. We're gonna need 5 plus 3 is 8, so we need 8 more. That's a lot more sticks. 7. What's our limiting factor? Slabs. Okay. Get that. That's the last 8. And there we go. We got the full thing going. I know we did have a couple of extra of those. Let's just grab the string anyways. But I know we had a couple of extra of those meshes. Yes. There we go. Just have to remember where I put them for a second. Starting to build up quite a bit of stuff. So, I think this was just like this. Let's see. I don't know. Is 14 gonna be enough? I hope. 3. Oh, we made 1 extra. 1 extra. We've got a lot of flint now. So that can't be uncrafted. No, it can't. Oh, that sucks. Okay. Well, we've got the 1 extra. So seems like actually with converting to the flint, we're actually 1 short. Yep. But that won't be a problem for too long, I think. Let's just hang on to those then, and let's see how much more efficient this has become since my new discovery. Oh my goodness, look at that. Look at that. We're doing the whole 5x5. It's just stuff flying everywhere, just getting heated. Kind of nervous about stuff flying off the edge, but it seems like we've got it seems like we've got enough space around the edge, but we definitely have enough flint now. So let's see if we can just leave it at that and see if we can get those last few meshes going. That is a lot of stuff. That is a lot of stuff. It's definitely a lot more than we had. So we only need the 1 more. All right, let's get the flint back in there. There we go. And I had another thought, another mega brain 10,000 IQ gaming moment, where I realized while again AFKing at our wondrous machine over here that this thing in the quest tree said that it will produce other blocks as well if we place it underneath. If we want to make other blocks like andesite or even obsidian, we'll need to place those blocks under the generator. Okay, so it has certain recipes. Oh, excuse me. Which I think if we go and have a look at the usage here, I would like to see if we can get this thing to make blackstone, because cobbled deep slate, that works too, but that's packed ice and lava. Okay, so they definitely thought of the exploit I was thinking of, is if we could get this machine to make deep slate or blackstone or anything like that, we could kind of focus on getting a lot more of those higher end resources a lot quicker. But it doesn't seem like that's gonna cut it without the packed ice, and that doesn't sound like it's gonna be something that's gonna be easy to get. So I've lost it here. But if we go back, we need blue ice for basalt. Let's see, packed ice, frozen core, snowman drop, and then 8 ice. Oh, we can also craft it with mystical agriculture, bulk washing. There's a bit of a create thing happening there. Okay, we could get it from a villager trade. We could just hope and pray, just hope and wait. Bulk freezing, that's new. I've never seen that before. Oh my goodness, that's a lot. Pressure chamber. Okay, yeah, no, that's not gonna be something we're gonna get in time. I think we're just probably gonna have to stick to this for a bit until we get a different way, I think, of getting deep slate, perhaps. Or at least maybe even a way that we could farm the pebbles. I don't know, maybe there's like something in here that auto right clicks the grass for us, and we can kind of rely on that to go ahead and grab the deep slate from there instead. Oh, that's such a wonderful noise, just the poop, 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 poop of all the items. It's just the flint that got left. Let's go grab that. We are balling out of control, I would say. That we are quite established. All right, so that was kind of actually my primary goal, really, for I wonder if we even, I think we don't need the stone hammer, we don't need the string mesh anymore because we've got all of these upgraded already. And ominous foreshadowing, we need either of those items in the near future, and I've just yeeted them. It always happens. It always happens. Oh, how? Okay. Okay. Alright, they just gave us an iron one for free. Nope. Not doing the nighttime. Not doing that. Oh. Pressing W in the chat. You know, it's a sign. It's a sign. You know, we need some W's in the chat, you know. I think, let's have a look at what's next just directly down here, because this looks like something I definitely want to get into. Right, so easy ore duping, squeezer, and copper ore hammer. Hammer? Copper ore hammer! We don't need a billion fancy machines to dupe ores here. We'll only need a few. A squeezer from ID can turn raw ore blocks into raw ore. Okay. In order to use it, just place the raw ore block into the squeezer and then jump on it to push it downward. Once it is crushed, the raw ore will be spit out. Really, it might even give more. But wait, that's not all. We also have ore hammers. This can crack raw ores into 2 dust, which can be smelted into 2 ingots. Okay, so we get a little bit of early on resource duping. And now that I think we've got a healthy amount of resource ores. Let's have a look at... It doesn't sound like the most efficient way of... That is quite expensive. A block of iron, iron ingots, sticks, and planks. We do have quite a bit of iron. Suppose... let's try and do this as close as we can cut it. So let's kind of run with that. And save this for kind of the duping. I mean, we'll make the squeezer, but if the chance... Like, I'm very interested to see the chance, like, ratio with which it spits out an extra ore, because if it's quite low, then it might not necessarily be worth it to kind of... Oop, wrong one. Might not necessarily be worth it to kind of sit there and jump up and down on it. That doesn't sound like peak content to me, so if we can kind of just make it for the quest and kind of just ignore it, we can just do the ore hammer, because I do remember that from some of the previous AllTheMods packs that I have played with. How long does it take to look at that? Look at that. I was just about to say, how long does it take for this thing to fill all the way back up? And it is quick. That is very nice. We could just go ahead and already kind of shift K all of that down into a stack already. While we're waiting for our iron. And I suppose actually we should keep this filled up as well. Let me tell you guys, actually, I'm sure you guys can see there's a bunch of like cobblestone blocks and stuff around the lava. Is when I was kind of just chilling, FK, you know, prepping for recording, prepping for the episode, the lava was actually making fire around this area, like quite consistently. Like it was often, like it was quite often, and it was annoying me so much that I actually went and put this cobblestone around the areas where the fire was spawning, because I can't take the fire sounds just that much. It's just it's actually like it's beyond a pet peeve at this point. I think it's completely it's gone further than that. I think this is now we're treading into like symptom territory, and it's becoming a bit unhealthy. My hatred to the fire. One of my close friends watched the previous episode, and he sent me a message. He said on Discord, he sent me a Discord message and said, "Don't worry, the fire sounds aren't real. They can't hurt you." And he is wrong. The fire sounds are absolutely real, and they absolutely can hurt me. Okay, now. Oh, okay. No, the return on that is quite high. Now, how do I get this to? How do I get this to reset? Do I have to break it and place it each time? Is there a jump on it? Really, it might even... Huh. Oh, there's a shift there. Redstone pulse to reset. Okay. All right. If only we as God gamers took the few extra seconds to read things, we might not be so confused. All right, it's quite quick as well. Huh. And that is not a bad return. I mean, we've gotten 3 both times already, so it doesn't seem like it's all that rare to get the bonus from it. So this might be the meta. This might be the meta, folks. To just sit and do this for a little bit. It is definitely not peak content though. So I'll be right back once I finish these last few iron. So there we are. We got the 27 raw iron from that. A whole 27 once we're done, which is, I mean, we did 10 or to 27. That is a good return. That is I'm happy with that. I'm happy to maybe just suffer through jumping in place for a little bit. Copper or hammer? Oh, now that is expensive, but that I think we can absolutely also just kind of get this. Can only have to do it like a couple of times. Yeah, okay. No, I figured the copper was going to drop more anyways, because I think when you mine copper ore, you get more just in regular Minecraft. Like, that's not a modded thing. Okay, so okay, that's more than enough. We only need the copper hammer time. 2 blocks, yeah. So let's get that in there. I see we're moving towards an upgraded furnace as well, which I think is going to be important because this one is way too slow. I'm actually I think it might not be a bad idea to get a second or even a third, because we're just balling that much out of control. So we could do that. Maybe split the iron. I'm not too worried about fuel so much anymore, because we do kind of have this, which is like, I know smelting with lava buckets is a bit overkill, but we do kind of have renewable fuel for the furnaces now, as long as I just keep filling this. And it actually is breaking many rules of physics and laws and science, because we're just producing endless amount of mass over here, and we could just keep filling this, which produces more lava, which we are creating things from nothing, and that's fine because this world is not real and doesn't exist. So just sleepy time and make sure that's done. While we're waiting for that, so we've kind of taken up a bit of the space here. Space, the bane of progress. Let's see if we can do this. I'm kind of sick of making it neat anymore. It's gonna get broken anyways, so we can do that. And that's a stack times 9. So I don't know, you guys could do the maths. I'm not doing 64 times 9 in my head. But we could just do this and grab even more resources while we wait for the iron and the copper to smelt, so that we can get a hold of that. Let's just see. It's not the fastest way to get resources, but we've definitely stepped up since what we started with, which I'm very happy about, because even though these seem like they're very much just the basic materials, you know, without doing the deep slate and the blackstone, which seem to have been dropping, you know, some of the more rare stuff. Like, I think I'm pretty sure that's how we're gonna get diamonds, is by running the crushed deep slate through here. But until we get that packed ice, can't really think of a way that we're going to be having renewable, infinite physics breaking deep slate. But this should be good for now. I'm recognizing a lot of these resources. I mean, we have a lot of pointed dripstone, which is great if we wanted to build an artificial cave, like right now. But I don't know, unless in this specific pack it has a different use. Let's have a look. Dripping upgrade generates 20 millibuckets of lava every 20 ticks. That could be quite useful. This endless source of lava extractor extracts items and fluids out of the environment. Dripstone block, spawner modification. Oh, so this is going to be useful for a mob spawner. I think if we put the dripstone into the spawner, it seems they're going to spawn with less HP. That could be very useful down the line. Oh, just for decorative, you know, in case we want to build that cave this episode, we can always make different types of dripstone. Just seems some average recipes. That looks Hephaestus smithing. Oh, okay. No, that's a bit beyond right now. Okay, that's just a different recipe for that. Okay, so it just seems it's mostly cosmetic interest to us now. Mostly cosmetic. Except for that lava generating upgrade, which I don't actually know how you would get lava into a drawer, because functional storage is the drawer mod, if I'm remembering right. But hey, if we need that amount of lava sometime soon, and I'm sure we've got it parked in the back of my mind, I say, as I'm probably going to forget very quickly, very soon. I think, all right, let's just do a little bit of an inventory count. Let's spit out a bunch of resources by compressing them down into their ores. That's quite a substantial amount of stuff. We still have to do the copper and the gold. That's quite a large amount of stuff. That's like I would imagine that's kind of the amount of resources I would have if I just went for like an average mining trip, if this was like a normal Minecraft world, or like not a skyblock, I would mean. But yeah, speaking of space, I think it's time to really start making our mark by, let's just grab a shovel, because I know this is quite a few layers thick. I just feel a bit more comfortable after my trauma to have as much of the ground possible be slabs, so that I don't get obliterated by creepers or any other nasties that want to interfere. But I also think it would be good just to expand out a little bit and have the space. I think, yeah, okay, we do have that mod in here. What a great feature, huh? To just be able to look at the edge there and place the block down instead of having to do it, you know, the old way, like the Minecraft way, like this, this is terribly unnerving. What is my character even standing on? Like, oh, that is, I have a fear of heights in real life, and that just made me uncomfortable. So, I think we could also get like a little spot maybe for that to go down. Maybe like somewhere over here close. Like we could expand this out a little bit. Maybe that's enough. I wonder if we have building wands in this. I really hope we do. Because I foresee many cobblestone platforms in our future. You know, very, very few people know, but I'm actually something of a Minecraft prophet. You know, and I have that foresight to just know that I'm gonna be building these platforms, many of these platforms, for a while. I think I'm gonna do that, and then I'm kind of gonna have it in there, just so that if we do, I mean, we'll test it now, but I'm having a thought about if we could force it to kind of push the ore out in one direction. That's not what I hope to achieve. Actually, let's leave it like that and rather do this and put the lever down over there. Now let's go grab an ore, like mayhaps perhaps some iron ore and just test to see if having the slabs there kind of does force the drops. Oh, it kind of pushes them like into me. That was the that's what she said came rushing into the forefront of my mind, and it really is a intrusive thought at this point. But we've got quite a bit of iron already smelted. But let's have a look. Let's have a look at. We're getting a bit sidetracked. I know it's nice to have nice things. Like, that does look and feel a whole lot better than whatever was going on here. But we're getting sidetracked. Let's have a look at what the iron furnace takes, which, okay, thank God we have all of that iron. I'd say let's maybe do two. Let's do two of them for now. Have two of them upgraded for now. Can we do that? Okay, that finishes that quest. Hooray! Progress. We're basically at the end there, which will unlock the next chapter for us. There's plenty of ways to generate your first bits of power. In this pack, Generators Galore has been given an overhaul with cheaper upgrades to 8x and 64x and increased energy production across the board. Grab yourself some hefty lava gem and get going. If we want to get started with automation in AllTheMods Sent to the Sky, we'll need to dip our toes further into power and some new mods. Alright, okay. I'm familiar with power generation. I know, there's kind of the... Oh, did we get this as a reward? Huh. There we go. That's perfect. That's all three of them kind of done. So, that was kind of them. Nice. As I was saying, I am familiar with like power, like this mod. I know what's cracking over here, and I know that we're probably gonna need to progress towards that at some point, for some more of that like serious power gen. But I didn't even check what the requisites actually were for that. Is magmatic generator. All right, so. Okay, gonna need to be perhaps getting a bit of redstone from crushing and sieving things. Make that happen. Glass we can get, gold we can get. Let's have a look. We've got 12 gold ore already, so I feel having this dark platform kind of be completely made out of slabs already makes me feel a bit more comfortable about, like, working into the night or carrying on, with stuff and not having to just run to the bed. But I'm still very nervous about the area there at the back, which I haven't even I think I've been there once in the first episode, I think, and since then that was it. But yeah, no, I do feel a bit more comfortable, but I'm still gonna sleep the night out. Is funny how the brain works, huh? So I've just realized that we've not actually been getting a lot of redstone from what we've currently been sieving because we need to do dust. So I've gone ahead and picked up a bunch of cobblestone and oh, please say he has the thing. Oh, God, game of luck. No! Oh, you're a failure, trader. You're a failure. Oh, I mean, that is really nice. That is a really nice helmet. Yeah, no, I agree with you. That is a nice helmet, but what I would really like is if you had packed ice. Like, if you could just leave and come back, maybe with some packed ice instead, that would be great, Mr. Trader. But oh, how crazy would that have been if we got the packed ice just straight off the bat? Oh, no ways. Nope. I am not that lucky. I am definitely, yeah, no. If you guys knew me in real life, you would know that I have the worst RNG luck of any human being to ever exist, ever. It would be like sometimes some of the most like simple things, some of the things that like are not even down to luck, and I'll still roll bad odds on the on those sorts of things. Why did that not get all of it? Oh, I'm starving. Oh, when was the last time we actually had to eat in this playthrough? Because we've still got this steak that defies the laws of everything I've learned in the kitchen and just never goes off so long as it's in my pocket, because bacteria just doesn't exist in this world. But that's the steak we still had from the beginning, that's crazy. I think actually let's just do the small stack so far, because I have a feeling that the dust is gonna drop a lot more drops than the gravel does, and that stuff is just gonna go flying everywhere. So just grab that. Okay, so that doesn't, oh, that's interesting, that doesn't drop in compressed form, that just goes straight to unpacked. It appears, is it dropping more? That first one barely dropped anything, but we're definitely getting stuff now, but I can't tell if it's dropping more or less. We're definitely popping off on the quests after doing this. So we've just collected a bunch of these colored crystals, which I have absolutely no idea what they're used for. I suppose that all goes in here. And we did have some of this. So we have sieved dust before, but alright, well, we got the redstone, at least. I hope that should be enough. It was 1 block, I think, in the recipe for the generator. Was like magmatic generator, I think. This one, yep. Yeah, it's only the 1 block of redstone, so we definitely have enough of that. And then I think we do have the gold as well, which was over here. I suppose we could do 1 of these to get the sand, to get the glass, which we don't already have. Oh, we do. Okay, well, we're gonna have extra now, so 2 of those. We need a furnace, not an issue with our endless cobblestone. Alright, let's get the block done. And there we go. We've progressed to power, I guess. We have nothing to power at the moment, so so I'm just gonna put it there, close to the lava, I suppose, which we can probably refill all the way up. Just get this going all the way through, just so we have as much as possible just on standby. That's the wrong menu. Alright, so no rewards from that, but that's most of this chapter actually almost completed. We just have to really get into this, which we do have to sieve a little bit of the dirt. Yeah, but the cool parts, oh my goodness. There's a lot going on there. Oh, we get our rewards on this side. Oh, okay. The previous thing we like collected was, it was like kind of the door opening, and like we walked through the door, and now when we're here we get like given the nice stuff for being here. But generator galore, we got all sorts of that. Mystical agriculture, I know and love. What a great mod. Okay, we've got a little bit of, I don't know, is this productive metalworks? Okay, that looks very similar to, I don't know how many of you guys played with Tinker's Construct back in the day, but that looks basically the same as how that used to work. Let's see, we've got that. Doesn't seem like we're going to be guided towards, I mean, we've got the applied logistics over here. I prefer refined storage for, you know, storage solutions because it is a little bit simpler. I know you can do a whole lot more with AE2, but a lot to... I think it's the crushed blackstone that's under the netherite quest. Kind of just claim that. Okay, well we've got a lot going. And we got given a bunch of power as a reward as well, so just generous rewards as always. But I think that's a good place to kind of leave it for today, and we can just kind of keep our eyes set, or rather set our sights on having something that uses power next time. You know, maybe just get a little bit deeper into some of the automation. I know mechanisms in here, thermal expansion, or I think it's got a different name now. But we'll figure that out next time. And I really hope you guys enjoyed, and see you in the next one.